Ever since Triple H was dubbed head of creative, we have seen the rebirth of the WWE. We have gone longer matches and better quality wrestling. When people are cutting promos, they no longer sound like robots as they have been given more freedom, which shows. Kevin Owens is the greatest example of this, as his promos have been the best they've ever been. Another thing we have gotten so much of is much needed flavor to the main roster, as we've gotten some returns I never thought we'd get. Johnny Gargano, Karrion Kross and Scarlett, Dexter Lumis, Hit Row, and Braun Strowman coming back to the WWE honestly feels like a fever dream in my opinion. But there was something I didn't see coming, and that was the formation of one of the hottest acts right now, and that is Damage Control. Back in April, I uploaded a video about the release of one of my favorite wrestlers, Dakota Kai. I was devastated by her release and never thought I'd see her again in the WWE. But SummerSlam 2022 would be the day where Triple H would do the unthinkable. After Bianca's amazing title defense against Becky Lynch, Bayley would make her long-awaited return that was anticipated for some time. But she wouldn't come alone. Just a few seconds after Bayley's music stopped playing, Dakota Kai's music would hit. I was in absolute shock. There would be no time for me to recover from this, however, because then Io Sky's music would play and the Genius of the Sky made her main roster debut. My two absolute favorites are now on the main roster, something that never would have happened if Vince McMahon was still in charge of WWE Creative. Damage Control making their United debut at Clash of the Castle with a brand new theme song and matching gear really made them feel like a legit tag team. The trio would then put on a classic with Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss, with Bayley picking up the visual pin on Bianca, giving Damage Control a huge victory on a premium live event. It is also important to note that Bayley is the first woman to pin Bianca in over 300 days. That is massive. Now there is something we have to talk about, and that is the Women's Tag Team Championships. The most underwhelming and unserious title that has ever been introduced. Sure, we've had great reigns with the Kabuki Warriors and the Golden Role Models, but that is it. So when it was announced that we were going to have a tournament for the tag team titles, we didn't get the tournament for a whole month. Then, when the tournament finally kicked off, we had a whole hodgepodge of random teams. We even had the semi-debut of Toxic Attraction, which I was all for. But Xia Li and Shotzi Blackheart? Literally the most random pairing of a team I have ever seen. Then, we also have to talk about the way the tournament ended. In the finals, it was Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah versus Damage Control. Literally, we had the most confusing finish ever. Now, the very obvious winner here was Damage Control, as literally everyone was expecting them to win the tournament, and it just made sense. I mean, we were building them up as the next big thing for since they've been introduced, so why would we do anything to demolish that? So, yes, Raquel and Aaliyah did win the tournament, which caught literally everyone off guard, as the plan was so simple. This would turn out to be even more confusing, as Damage Control would end up winning the tag team titles literally 3 weeks later. So, I don't know what to make of any of this. But I'm not going to cry over that for too long, as now this opens many possibilities for several matches that Damage Control could have that I absolutely cannot wait to see. Specifically matches for Dakota Kai and Io Sky. So first, I'm going to talk about my dream matches with Io Sky. Io Sky is one of the greatest wrestlers around. I am so serious about that statement. Her run in Stardom and her run in NXT has given us the most enjoyable matches in her career. When she turned heel, she cemented herself as the wrestler to watch. There are several wrestlers I want her to wrestle against that I think will truly elevate her even more. Those wrestlers are Alexa Bliss, Sonya Deville, Bianca Belair, Ronda Rousey, Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, Natalya, Naomi, and of course, Asuka. I can't wait till we get Asuka versus Io Sky as a WrestleMania feud. They honestly should main event WrestleMania at some point, as they will always put on a classic. Dakota Kai is a very versatile talent that is great at putting over others, as well as putting on banger matches. Her wrestling style is so unique and meshes well with others. Some wrestlers I would love to see her go against on the main roster include Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Sonya Deville, Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, Asuka, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks versus Dakota Kai would be such a banger. Charlotte Flair versus Dakota Kai, if booked correctly, would also be a banger. Dakota Kai brings so much potential, and if used correctly, she could really rejuvenate the women's division. Damage Control is the future of the women's division, as they have so much star power right now. They bring so much potential to the table, and they are just too good to ignore. Having Bayley a part of the group is icing on the cake. Bayley is one of the greatest heels right now in the company that is able to get heat that is then passed on to Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Triple H bringing this group in has made me more excited for the future of women's wrestling in the WWE. With Sasha Banks, Naomi, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair gone right now, Damage Control will be able to bring more shine to the women's division and keep the spotlight on it. But what do you guys think? Are you excited for the future of Damage Control? Do you have any matches you want to see from the trio? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, be sure to light that like button on fire and subscribe to join the flock. This is Phoenix4568 signing off, and until next time.